Let's begin in a seated position here. So take 3 full breaths as soon as you arrive in your seat, and make the breaths as long as possible. Try to breathe in through the nose and then maybe out through the mouth, just to get a little more kind of cleansing power from this. When you're ready, lace up your fingers. On the inhale, press the palms up, and then drop the left hand down, pull the right arm up and over. Next breath, switch sides, pull your left arm up and over. Then take both of your hands down in front of you, separate the knees a little bit wider, pull the hips back for child's pose. Take any little motion that you want here. You can lift up the palms or kind of shift around in the shoulders, anything that feels good. And then shift forward into tabletop, begin to move through some version of cats and cows. So that can look a little bit different for everyone. Just make it very fluid and kind of whatever feels good. When you're ready, add in some wrist stretches. You can turn your hands all the way around, fingers placed back. You can also take the tops of the hands down, add a little bit of pressure, and wiggle through the elbow creases. It's one of my favorites. Then turn the hands back to neutral, tuck your toes, lift your hips for downward dog, and move into this one. So make it pretty fluid. Don't worry about form so much quite yet. Shift into a plank and then back into downward dog 3 times. So go inhale forward to plank and exhale to press back for downward dog. After your 3rd time, settle into your downward dog. Make sure you have at least a small bend in the knees and begin a little slow walk forward. Hands down as long as possible. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release all the way back down. Inhale, roll up to stand. Reach your arms up, press the palms, maybe look up to the hands down to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank and hold for 3 full breaths. You can always bring your knees down here for more support. When you finish your 3rd breath, bring your knees down regardless and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Extend the legs straight, extend the arms down by the sides, and inhale, peel your chest up. Gaze is down. Press up through the knees, hands and knees, and then back to downward dog. Now, smooth out your breath again. Take 3 to 5 breaths here and make sure they're long, deep breaths. Little bend in the knees always, press into the hands. Then step the right foot as far forward as you can, left foot as far forward as you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach your arms up, press the palms if it feels okay. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, all the way down, little bend in the knees as you lower. Halfway lift, and then step back to plank. Again, take 3 full breaths. Again, if you want, you can bring the knees down right away. Now you can bring the knees down for the transition, or maybe this time slowly lower all the way down to your belly without lowering the knees. So you can test that out. Make sure it's controlled. This time, inhale, low cobra, gaze stays down, squeeze the shoulder blades back, lower down, and then on your next exhale, press up through hands and knees to downward facing dog. Again, move in, kind of settle in as you need to. Take long, deep breaths, at least 3. For this one, if you'd like, you can practice a little jump forward. Otherwise, step forward like the previous 2 examples. If you want to take a little jump forward, take tiny steps, bend the knees, shift your hips back, look forward, kind of spring load the arms, and then land with both feet softly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up, reach your arms together, maybe look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, maybe jump back. If you jump back, jump to a plank with just a slight bend in the elbows. And then here I show lowering halfway with the knees down. Pull the chest forward for upward facing dog, and then tuck the toes and lift back. So you'll notice in that transition, I did not lower all the way down. When you're doing upward facing dog, only lower halfway at most when you're lowering through the chaturanga portion. We'll practice this again with the option to have the knees lifted. So again, option to step or jump to the top of the mat on an exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, and on the exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, maybe jump back, only a slight bend in the elbows, not a deep chaturanga. Now lower halfway down, come onto the tops of the feet, pull the chest forward if you would like to take upward facing dog. And then tuck the toes and lift the hips. So those are all the different options that you have when going through your sun salutation A and going through your chaturanga and your vinyasa flow. Smooth out your breath in this downward facing dog. Take 3 to 5 breaths total. And then when you're ready, bring the knees back down, take a little gentle movement through the spine, and end in a child's pose. Hold for 3 full breaths.